All right, good evening, everyone, and I want to welcome you to tonight's session. Our session is a recording, and tonight we're going to be looking at essential soft skills you need to have to become a very good project manager. So we've been talking about technologies, tools, this and that, techniques, documentation, but these are not the only thing you need to be a good project manager. As a matter of fact, project management is beyond technology. It's not only technology. If you have all the technology stack and you don't have the soft skill, the human resources management, human being, you are coming here to manage human beings who are very, very dynamic. We are not like computer, or we are not programmed. So you need to have good soft skills that will help you to manage all these technologies and all the human beings, all the stakeholders as well. So, yeah. So that is it. We start sharing my screen. We'll have we have so many of them, but we have up to 6 of them we're going to talk about. We like tonight to talk about 3 of the soft skills, and tomorrow we'll finish the rest of the soft skills that we need to possess. Okay. The first and the most important soft skill you need to have as a project manager is what we call leadership skill. Leadership quality is very essential. Leadership in project management is the ability to inspire, motivate, and guide team members towards the achievement of project goal. Effective project leaders possesses a combination of vision, communication skills, emotional intelligence to mobilize team and drive results. So let me give you an example of the inspiration and motivational aspect of it. Like what happened today, I'm going to give you an example using this World Cup match between Egypt and Argentina. When they started, Argentina made a lot of mistakes. Yes, in project, this what they did is a project. It's a very short project, 1 hour, 90 minutes project. They need to deliver. They need to win to move to the next level. But it wasn't that easy. They made a lot of mistakes. They lost penalty chance. There's a lot of things. This is enough to get the project manager. In this regard, let's say the project manager is the captain in the field. He's the captain. But when you look at the project manager or the team lead, which is Messi, he was very calm. He wasn't fighting anyone. You check out what happened to Paraguay. You see, they were very angry. They could have won that match. They could have even equalized, but they lost it because their leadership quality, their captain, the leadership quality there is very poor. In this case, even me, I've written off Argentina in this World Cup because it's not easy. They conceded 3 goals one was cancelled. That is enough to be highly demoralized. But they kept inspired. Their captain kept them inspired, keep motivating them. It's not over. We can still win. You know, this is reviving the team spirit, giving them hope until they score their first goal. You keep on giving them hope. They scored another goal, and you keep on motivating them. You know, you keep on telling them stories of great things you people have achieved, great difficult you people have passed through together, and they eventually come out successfully and won the match. They couldn't have done this without good leadership, without good motivation, without inspiration, somebody inspiring. It's very difficult. We're talking about World Cup. So there is nothing different in what they just did and in what we are facing in everyday projects. Yes, in project, a lot of, you can wake up and find out that everything has just gone sour. And you can't run away. You are the team lead. You're a project manager. Everybody is looking up to you. Even when everybody is down. Yeah. Even if you yourself is down, you cannot show it. So that is leadership. Leadership is standing for your team. Leadership is standing for your country, for your state, for your family. Not only when things are rosy, but even in difficult times, pulling them through difficult situations. Every project is a difficult situation. Yes, projects are not piece of cake. A lot of anything can happen. So, as a leader, you should be able to have a vision. You must have a vision of what you want to achieve. From the beginning, you are visualizing the end. That is vision. When you're entering university to study a course, as a very good and motivated person, an inspirational person with good vision, the first day you step into the university, you're already visualizing how you are going to, for instance, if you are reading medicine and surgery, the first day in university, you should be able to start visualizing how you are practicing as a medical doctor. That should be your goal. That is what a leader should have. You should be able to have that vision, and if you have it, means you understand what you've come here to do. Some people lose that vision, and because they do not even understand what they have come here to do, they can easily be distracted. You come to study, and little distraction, you find yourself in one court, different courts. You start struggling to meet up with their demand. Some people along the line, they lose their life in court activities, in all this kind of clandestine activity. Such people lack vision. Some people, from the day one they enter there, they already visualize what they want to achieve. And they are looking for ways to get there. I can remember when we entered the University of Nigeria in first year. So many of us, I'm not trying to blow my trumpet, but so many of us know what we came to do. From first year, I've already started looking for those people in final years making friends with them, trying to understand how this department is, what I need to do to get to this level. Some of us, not only me anyway, but some of us who are looking, or some are trying to become the happening guys on campus, trying to identify to the people that rule the campus at the other side of the world, trying to identify with the big babes on campus. But that is not what you've come there to do. So many of those people never graduated. I'm not lying. That is lack of vision, distraction. You need to have a vision, understand what the stakeholders want from you before you can communicate it to your team members. See, vision, that is understanding the project vision. What does the stakeholders want from this project? You need to understand understanding the vision will help you to communicate the outcome, the objective to the team members. It's not possible for you to communicate what you do not understand, and you cannot visualize what you do not understand. So you need to understand it. And then having good communication is very important, because everybody must understand the outcome, how the ending is going to look like. Everybody in that team from the one, you people must understand what success factor is. What is success factor? Success factor is, this is how the outcome of this project should look like, expected outcome. Everybody you should be able to tell the team what is expected. Some people cannot, I don't even understand. Yeah. Communication is not good in speaking good English. It's not. Communication is the ability to exchange ideas or thoughts or situation. Communication is give and take. If you are speaking good English and the person you are talking to is not understanding good English, there is no communication going on. I work with a lot of developers in India. So many of them do not understand good English. You hear them, they are wizards. When it comes to software development, these people are wizards. But the kind of English they are speaking, yes, brother, come, go, you, my brother, Charles, that is it. They are Indians. But if you manage to communicate what you want them to do, forget it. This is their own World Cup. You don't see them coming to World Cup. But when it comes to IT, they are number one. Just try to make them understand what you want them. Forget the rest. That is communication. You know, so many people do not hire them because it's difficult. Even here, their accent is difficult when you're working with them. But you see the way they are talking, you say, even these people, even in the university, some of them, here when we come here to do our masters, if you see them talking, you start laughing. But when the results start coming out, you see them start making A. But these people, they can't speak. So, excuse me. Dubem, come and take some out of here. So that is communication. Yeah, so communication is very key. So we're going to talk about communication as the big topic of its own. And then as a leader, Every leader understands what we call emotional intelligence. You need to understand emotional intelligence in order to mobilize your team very well. In difficult situations, you see, people can communicate with emotional intelligence. When you see, you can read a situation within your team, within your project team, understand that things are not working well. So you need to work with their empathy, empathize with them when there is need for that, mobilize them. Just like in this match that just ended, a good team lead should understand that it's difficult for team members. Please, if you are not supposed to be speaking, put yourself on mute. I'm trying to control the noise here. Please. What is the name of this? Mbara.
Mbara Ijoma, please mute yourself.
Please.
Mbara, mute yourself, please.
So that is leadership in a very nutshell. Emotional intelligence is very important. As a good leader, you should read the situation on ground, empathize with your team. So these are the key attributes of a good leader. Key leadership attributes. Like we started with vision. I said vision, a clear vision of project goals and objectives, communicated effectively to team members to inspire and align effort towards common purpose. Communication open, transparent communication channel to convey expectations, provide feedback and foster collaboration among team members. Motivation, inspiring and empowering team members by recognizing their contribution, providing opportunities for growth and fostering positive work environment. It's very important to motivate your team. Some people are very poor at motivation. You always complaining. You never see anything good in what your team are doing. That's not good. Yeah. For instance, you and your team have struggled all the way through the World Cup to this stage. It's not easy to get to this stage. A lot of teams have gone home, and because you people conceived early goals, you started shouting, harassing them, talking down on them. You guys are stupid. How can a whole Egypt score you guys? So as a pro, for instance, if you are the coach or the technical crew, you can't be talking to them maybe during the break to start concert. A lot of people are that way. As a coach, you start blasting them, using foul language, talking down on them. You are not a good project manager. You are not motivating your team. At that point, that is not what you need. You are making some people angry. You are making some people to be more demoralized. You are creating chaos and confusion. Some people might get angry and say, I'm not playing again, to hell with World Cup. And you are tearing your team apart. So motivation is important in difficult time. This is time for you to tell them how far you guys have come. And you guys have come a long way. You start using example, scenario, how you guys played this big team, 4-0, 3-0. These are times you start pulling sweet memories of greatness you people have achieved. And this is a reviving moment. You revive their spirits, make them angry to score goals, give them that hunger to fire back. That is motivation, pure motivation. So, as a leader, you should have that skills. It's extremely important. Decision making. You should be very quick at decision making, extremely quick at decision making. Because you know that project is a short endeavor. It's very short. It's not forever. If you cannot make quick decisions, then things might go wrong. So you should be able to make timely decisions. For instance, you see your team are losing 2-0. You don't need to come and start calling a meeting, consulting. What are we going to do? Please, can you suggest? Do you think we should remove Messi? Do you think Messi is not doing enough? Or should we put this? No. This is time for you to act like a leader to save your team. Make quick decision. Whomever you want to change, make changes instantly. No too much consultation at this point. It's not that if you have time to do consultation, you do wide consultation. But there are times in projects that you need quick decision. Everybody's looking up to you to say something, and you're not saying anything. That is why Nigeria is in a mess. A very big mess, because things are getting worse. Everybody is expecting something, a press statement from the State House. Nothing is coming from the State House. The president is not saying anything. They are killing people every day. Hunger is ravaging the country. Nothing is working. The president is not saying anything. How is this a leadership? It's not. Yes, with all the cabinets, everybody, but they cannot make quick decision. So, making timely and well-informed decision, considering input from stakeholders and team members while maintaining accountability for outcome. Yes. Accountability for outcome. When you take decision, you see why so many people, they don't want to say anything, because they are not leaders, they are not trained leaders. You should know that as a leader, you should take risk. For instance, see what is going on in South Africa. This xenophobia thing going on, harassing foreigners, killing foreigners, burning their properties, looting their properties, telling them to go home. And the president of South Africa is not saying anything. Yeah? Because he don't want to be held accountable for what he said. He don't want to say something, and during the election, the people will say you supported foreigners. So he kept quiet. That is a bad leadership. And this now has put their nation in a very bad global image, very bad diplomatic relationship with other countries. How is that a good leadership? It's not. You see what happened to United States of America? The way their president came out immediately, they gave their main striker a red card. And he came out. Some people are lashing at him, say, why is he strike? Yes, that is what we call leadership. you need to stand for your country. You need to defend your people. You need to defend your children. Yes, that is leadership, decisive decision. You come out, you see people gathered, beating up your child. You say, let's understand what even my child did before. No, at that moment, you don't need to find out whether your child is right or wrong. You need to save your child's life first before you start finding out who is right or wrong. Yes, that is what he did. You need to stand for your people. For me, I didn't see anything wrong in what Donald Trump did. You need to stand. I want more people, more leaders from Africa to learn from that. Get up, stand for your country when they need you. Yeah. Although America, they lost out, but yes, his conscience is good. His people are seeing him as a hero. He stands for them when they need it. And even if he's standing for next election, you see him winning because he came out to say something reasonable, to defend his country. If you look at during the march, some other people came out even to agitate, and they gave them late penalties. Yeah. So why should people start? Is it because he's a president? Of course, being a president is the more reason why you should speak out. Use your influence. Use your connection to drive the project. So it's important. Take quick decision. There are some times you don't need to make consultation because that's why you are a leader. A leader, you are trained. They gave you this opportunity to lead, to deliver this project because they know you have a lot of qualities. They believe you have gone through so many training, so many true experiences that will help you to make timely and informed decision. It's not everything you start running down to the stakeholders to ask them what to do. There are times to consult stakeholders, but there are times to make decision, but just let them inform them about your decision, but you take decision. If you are not good at taking decision, no, you are not a good leader. As a mother, every mother is a leader. Your child is having temperature, high temperature, and you are still waiting for your husband to say something before you take your child to hospital. You are calling your husband, the phone is not connecting. You don't know you have to take your child and run to the hospital. You are waiting for your husband to say something before you can. That is not leadership. No. These children were left for you to look after them. Yeah, not only even a mother, a childminder. At times you don't need to start. The children that left for you in your class, one of them is sick, and you are calling the parents. You are not getting the parents on phone, and you don't want to take the child to hospital because you've not gotten. No. By the time they've handed that child to you, the child is under your custody for a period of time. It's your responsibility. The child upkeep, learning, health, everything, protection from bullying, anything is in your hand. They expect you to take decision. If that child in your class, anything happened to that child and they set up a committee of inquiry to understand, and you are supposed to call ambulance or take the child to hospital while you couldn't get the, and you didn't do all those things, or even because you are waiting for the principal. No, you don't, even if you can't get the principal, the child is in your custody, in your class. That is what we call informed decision. So that is it. Conflict resolution. When we are in a project, is not a piece of cake, like I said. It's not ice cream. You are not coming there to lick ice cream. You find yourself in a project where we have people from Russia, we have people from South Africa, we have people from Zimbabwe, we have people from Nigeria, we have people from India, we have people from Dubai, different part of the country. We have some people from England, we have some people from Scotland in one project. We have some Americans in one project. Some of them are Muslim. Some of them are Christians. Some of them don't even believe in God. Yeah? And you expect that there will be no conflict. Are you kidding me? How are you? It's not possible. Just that you are praying is even going to be a problem. Because some Muslims, no matter where they find themselves, during Friday prayer, they will want to do that prayer. That is their culture. Some people, like some of this India, most of them are vegetarians. Some of us, we Nigerians, more especially the Yorubas, they love meat. If you see the way they are eating food, they like too much meat. Some people that you are eating that too much meat, it's a big problem. They can't stand it. You eating all this a lot of meat for what? Some people cannot stand you are eating all the time vegetable. They don't understand it. These are things. So little things can cause problem. And you are not just there to make sure that everybody needs to be in sync before they can work together. So you need to be able to resolve conflict resolution decisively. When it's time to call a spade, you call it a spade. When it's time to play politics, at times we play politics in order to allow peace. This is when you start promoting dialogue. Instead of pointing fingers, why did you do that? Yes, you are false. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have gone to his corner. You know, in some cases, you know someone is wrong. Instead of trying to find a mutual ground, that's what we call dialogue. You should be able to dialogue. You should be able to understand differences. You should be able to know how to use root cause analysis. When there is a situation, you don't brush it up. You try to understand the root cause of whatever is the problem before you can solve the problem. You must have good skills in conflict resolution. If you don't have it, forget it, because you can't go far as a project manager, because project is full of conflict. People even fight. I find myself in a project where we have Nigerians, South Africans, Ukrainians, Russians, and we went down to one big tunnel to do some construction job. It's extremely inside the earth. We went to do this job. We carried oxygen to go there. And when we get there, there's an understanding between the blacks and the whites. It was a very big fight. We started fighting inside the tunnel. It was a very big issue. Until somebody came down immediately, the project manager came down to the tunnel where we're working and quickly save the situation. We were able to say, okay, we divide ourselves into groups. Initially, we were working as one group. We have to be divided into so many groups, you know. the Ukrainians and the Russians go the same way. You South Africans and the Zimbabweans, we Nigeria. So it was a very good conflict resolution, separated us, and everybody, instead of trying to struggle, no, now it separated us. You find out what happened and separated us. It was a very peaceful and decisive conflict resolution. It can happen like that. In some of my projects here, I find out the project team lead in some of the internship here. Some of you, the team lead here, any little power they get, like why I say that even at times you see all these people in politics, you see them in life, you find out that even so many of us who are not in the place of leadership do worse things. It's just because we have not found the opportunity to be wicked. In just few days, you've been appointed as a team lead in your project you guys are working on. You start the way you talk to people, the way you harass them. This is just a boot camp internship, you know. So something like it, I have to come in and started separating fights, something like that. At times, I have to nullify them. I have to even remove some of them. You know, so these are the things. Conflict resolution, you cannot run away from that, and we'll have delegation of power. As a project manager, you are not here to kill yourself. The project is not your private load. You are there to organize. So when there is a work to do, yeah, there are some jobs we know that it belongs to some people. Yeah. Racemetrics have done that. Everybody knows what they are there to do. But in a situation where there is a risk management, like I said, a risk management, a lot of risk on table, you're trying to juggle to manage all the risk. No. Empower team to handle some risky situation. That's what ownership, assign delegation of duty. Let them do something on your behalf. Monitor what they are doing. And you are going to have peace. And when you entrust people to do some job, that is what we call trust. They feel, yeah, he trusts me. And they can go any extent to deliver, to make you happy. They want to shine. You give them opportunity to showcase what they have. And they can go to any length to do that. Yes, so it's important. Try to know how to delegate. Don't delegate everything. Yeah, because some people, you say delegate, you don't want to do anything. Because you over delegate, everything might not go so. But when there is time to delegate. Make sure what you have on your table is what you can deal with. The rest, delegate them out. Role modeling. You cannot be preaching A and be doing B. That is what we call role modeling. Leadership by example. Yeah. If you want respect, you earn respect. You don't earn respect by force. Forcing yourself, yes, I'm the project manager here. Yeah, you don't respect me. If you know I'm the project, no. You can't do that by force. You need to earn it. You cannot be harassing people. They come to project to class. You keep on throwing people out of your class because they join late. But you're always late. Yeah. I always try to come to class very early. It's not because I don't have things I'm doing. It's because it has been it's now a culture for me. I hate this they call African time. It's not a good mental upbringing. African time is that when activity is supposed to start by 1 o'clock, then expect it to start by 3 o'clock. And it's normal for us. They call it African time. You know? When I was the local government chairman, there's a big event and it was supposed to be by 1 o'clock. You know, by 1 o'clock, even before 1 o'clock, I'm already there at the event. 10 minutes to 1 o'clock, I'm there. And once it's immediately it was 1 o'clock, I gave it 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, we start the event. If nobody is there, it's only me and my entourage that we came. Nobody is there. We prayed, do whatever we need to do, whatever, everything that we're supposed to do, we observe all our protocols. And by 2 o'clock, I'm already gone. So it was around 3 and 4, they started calling me that the function is some of them. I say, it's gone, no, it has come and gone. And what kind of this? Yeah. I sent a signal to them now, this is me. That is the way I operate. And if you want to work with me, yes, that is me. That is leadership by example. Those days, I come to work. Yes, from Enugu to Nsukka, I live in Enugu. I have to come to work. Sometimes I sleep at Nsukka. But by 8 o'clock, I'm already in my office. Yes, I'm already in my office. Every day that I come to work 3 times in a week, that is my routine. If you go to my rota, yes, I use one day to attend to engagement at government house and things like that. So those days, I attend offices. I'll be in the office 8 o'clock. I'm already in the office. I'm not gonna leave office, come rain, come shine, until it's 5 o'clock. That's when I'm leaving the office. So that is what we call leadership by example. You cannot come and start telling people you're not gonna pay them salary because they come to work late. You're always late at work. Take some out of here. What is the problem with you guys? So excuse me guys, I need to deal with this situation. I don't want to see. Sorry about that. So, why I'm taking some time in this leadership skill is because if you have the leadership skills, almost you have everything. Everything you are going to do as a project manager revolves around leadership skill. So leadership style, we have what we call transformation leadership. This is type of style that inspire and motivate team members through a compelling vision and high expectation, fostering innovation and continuous improvement. This is the kind of style, more especially so many of us in IT, because what we do in IT is continuous improvement. Then we have what we call servant leadership style. This is equally good for us because in IT, we are going to be working a lot in agile environment, agile project management, which requires Scrum. Everything that Scrum preaches is servant leadership. If you become a Scrum master, you become a servant leader. There is nothing like project manager in Scrum. So servant leadership focuses on serving the need of team members, facilitating their growth and development, and enabling them to reach their full potential. Instead of you sitting down harassing everybody, you are the project manager, you are the boss. Work with your team individually. Try to understand them. Keep promoting them. Keep helping them, assisting them to grow. If someone is struggling, instead of firing the person who have worked for you for some time, understand the terrain and there's area the person is struggling, find a leadership or a training or development opportunity and enroll the person. Try to upskill the person. Yeah, that's very good. Then we have democratic leadership, which is still very good for us. So we can do a combination of all these. Democratic leadership. You don't just, take decision all the time. Involve team members in, because it's a teamwork. It's not you, it's a team. Make time to plan together with them. Like I said, during the project planning, building a plan, consult them. Let everybody make input. Try to understand everybody's capacity. That is the more, involve them. You can't just come and say, Vivian, here you are going to do stakeholder analysis. I'll give you 2 days to do that. No, you don't do that. No, you don't. You don't know her capacity. You need to ask questions. Can you think, how can we do this in 2 days? Yes, you are involving the person. The person here, you say, Madam, I don't think we can do this in 2 days because of so reason. Or say, why? Or why are you saying 2 days? 2 days is too much now. Is it not just stakeholder analysis? I can do it in 1 day. You are involving the person. Yeah, don't just come and say, yeah, I give you 4 days to do that. That is autocratic leadership. You don't do that and you get to do the results. So you must try to involve team members, seek input, consensus to build ownership and commitment to project outcome. Transactional leadership, focusing on task completion and performance, using reward and consequences to motivate them. Yeah. Some of all these, you can apply all of them. when you see that the team is struggling to deliver, maybe there is delay, something happened and the team got delayed, you can apply this kind of transactional leadership. You can beg your team, please, I want us to finish this week, even if it means coming on a weekend. I want you to come on weekend so we can finish this. Yeah, if coming on weekend, I will pay a weekend rate. If your standard rate is 15 pounds an hour, you can say weekend rate 20 pounds an hour, and it's just going to be 4 hours. So we're going to do on Saturday and Sunday. And on normal days, it's going to be 15 pounds an hour, and it's going to be 12, 7 or 8 or 9 hours. So try to use this kind of transactional leadership. Those days we used to work in London Underground, we do engineering work in London Underground. Normal shifts used to be 7 hours during the day, 7 to 8, let's call 8 hours. But for you to lose your sleep every night, you are going to work, they pay us double shift. We work for 4 hours and they pay us for 8 hours. You see? And that job become very hot, extremely hot. Ordinarily, nobody here want to lose their sleep. Yeah, here nobody don't want to lose their sleep. You go during the day, do your work, come night and sleep. But now, because this job is highly paid, imagine just 4 hours and I'm getting 8 hours pay for 4 hours. That time, some people don't even know that I'm working. Because during the day, you see me gallivanting, or people will say I'm even doing drugs because they never see me working this. But during the night, sharp, you will not even see me when I'm going to work, because by the time I'm leaving for work, it's already around 10 midnight, because the work is starting by 1 in the night, 1 midnight. By 4 o'clock, we already close. So beautiful, and we make a lot of money from that. That is transactional. Yeah. In some job, that job we did with the Russians, we fought. The project manager wanted to get that job finished as quickly as possible. And now he said, he gave us target. Once you people, each group, you share us into different 3 groups, Nigerians, South Africans, and the Russians. If you reach this stage, you get extra, you get bonus. Almost what we get for bonus is equivalent of the normal pay. And everybody, you see every group working so hard to finish and get that bonus. You know, that bonus is big for us then. Yeah, and that's how it works. So you can use this kind of transactional leadership to achieve your goal. You can't just start from the beginning and say transact, because you don't need it. At the beginning, everything is rose, everything is fine. There is no need for transaction. You can't just be giving bonuses from the beginning. So when you see that you need to drive the team morale, you need exceptional results, you start applying this. So you should try to know when you use all these styles. Practical application of these skills: setting clear expectation. Communicate project goal, rules, and responsibilities clear to team members to ensure alignment and accountability. Inspire confidence, build trust and confidence among team members by demonstrating competence, integrity, and reliability. Empowering team, delegate authority and decision-making responsibility to team members, empowering them to take ownership of their work and contribute to the project success, and leading by example, model desired behavior. Yes. What you want to see others do, let them learn it from you. Let them see it from your behavior. That is what we call modeling. Model what you want to see. The value you want to see, model them, such as professionalism, teamwork, adaptability to inspire and motivate your team members. So this is what we call leadership. If countries, leaders, with our trust, when we vote these people into power, we give them our mandate, that is our trust. They should be able to lead and be able to deliver to us, but they are not, because so many of them do not even understand what leadership is all about. Yeah. Then let's talk about communication. I'm going to be a bit faster now because of time, and I intentionally wanted to spend time on leadership because leadership is a lot. So communication skills are essential for project managers to convey information, build relationship, and resolve conflict effectively. Clear, timely, and transparent communication is vital for aligning team members, stakeholders, and project objectives. Communication, like I said earlier, is a two-way traffic. Communication is never a one-way traffic. When you keep talking and talking and talking and nobody is responding to you, nobody is giving you, you are talking to yourself. That's not communication. Any set of communication should get responses. You know, that is communication. Key aspect of communication skill, clarity. Communicate information clearly, concisely, and avoiding ambiguity or confusion. It must be clear. It's not the grammar. Forget about grammar. Yeah. If speaking good English is what's going to make it clear, then speak good English. If knacking broken is what is going to make it clear, knack broken. Yeah. You cannot say you communicate very well. You go to Ojuelegba or Ojota, or let me use Oshodi. You go to Oshodi, you start forming, you come from, you speak like Oyibo. For them, you are wasting your time. They don't even know what you are talking about. Nobody is going to listen to you. You go to market women, you start speaking, forming good English for them. They don't know what you are talking about. Not pidgin English. And you see everybody will start healing. Hey. You see, that is response. You are getting feedback. That is, yeah. So when there is need to come to speak English, speak English. But some people will come in a class, you keep on forming and speaking this. Then nobody is following. Your class is boring because they don't understand what you're talking about. Knack broken or more waiting day. I feel your idea back. You see everybody will wake up now. You see the kind of language, you see all of you are now laughing because this is what you like to hear. This is what you thinking. That is communication. You know? And that's why so many of us, if you come, we are not doing good in school. Our professors, they have failed to understand what they are supposed to do. By now, some of the classes we have in Nigeria, like now, if you come to Nigeria, there is no one who do not know how to speak pidgin. What to stop us from teaching a lot of things in pidgin? In as much as we will promote good English, pidgin is good as well. That's why you see Oyibo, these people we are trying to imitate, they've gone so far ahead of us. So far ahead of us. I'll give you a clear example of communication. Everybody wants to imitate BBC, NTA, Arise, all of them, they want to imitate BBC. You see them speaking good English, or even all these people. But if you look at all of them, none of them have NTA pidgin. But BBC come to Nigeria and say BBC pidgin. And you see this BBC pidgin, you go to Facebook, see how many people that is following BBC pidgin. This is what people want. They do not understand that the main BBC. That BBC pidgin, they mean like this is our own. Whenever you want to, they say you see people commenting, you see people interacting with you. That is communication. Yeah. So communicate very well. If you and your team, you find out that is a team of only Yorubas, yeah, speak Yoruba for them. Yeah. If they understand it makes everybody more at home. If it's Igbo, you speak Igbo language for everybody. Maybe all of you are Igbo people. You know? Deidi. All of you are from Igbo State. Deidi, Ulea. Yeah, everybody will now feel at home. That is communication. And in communication, there is active listening. Some of you find it difficult to listen to others, but you want everybody to listen to you. You just come because you are the team lead, you talk something and you sound boy, you don't care. When somebody, you want to ask people, some people, maybe you're having a meeting and somebody is not making the kind of input or saying something you want to say, you cut the person short. That is not communication. Give everybody opportunity to say whatever rubbish they want to say. Yes. Example of what happened today. You cannot cut somebody because maybe the person is planning to make a point. Some people do not know how to make points from the beginning. Encourage those people. Try to wait till they make their point. By the time they make their point, you find out that their point is priceless. But trying to arrive at that point might take them time. The game we watched just today, that was 15 minutes to the end of the match. They are already down by 2-0. 15 minutes, they equalize and win. If their country or their coach has written them off, they wouldn't have secured their victory. So give everybody opportunity to talk, listen, and get feedback. Demonstrate empathy. When somebody is struggling to make a point, don't just show sign of unacceptance. Some people, you see some people that are struggling to make a point. Your countenance, you're already mocking them. That is body language. That is empathy. That is emotional intelligence. Don't do that as a project manager. Encourage. That's why you're a leader. Yeah. In your country, there are rooms for a lot of people. There are people with learning disability. Some people struggle to talk. Some people don't even talk. So does it mean you are going to crush all the people who do not even talk in this country? Some of these people that have learning disability, they don't talk, they don't. Government provide a lot of support for them, you know, to encourage them. So you must be able to listen to your team members. Feedback, provide constructive feedback to team members, acknowledge their contribution and areas of improvement. Encourage everybody. Try to appreciate what they've done. Try to talk to them, speak to them, you know. If you chat me up on my WhatsApp, no matter how tired I am, or no matter how busy I am, I'll find a way to give you a feedback. And it's very suiting that you say something and within a short time I've responded. Yeah, people love it. Some people, you send them chats, they will see it because they know you cannot do them anything. You call them, they will not pick your call. You know, if you're a project manager, it is important to respond, give feedback, talk to people when they need you. Conflict resolution, we'll talk about conflict resolution, addressing conflict and disagreement openly and respectfully. Facilitating dialogue and finding mutual acceptable ground. That should be dialogue and mutually acceptable. Don't use your finger pointing is not the best way to resolve conflict. It's mutual understanding. You know, give everybody soft landing. Even if you need to talk to some people in a very serious manner, take time when you resolve, call them one-on-one and give them serious warning. Yeah, but generally, mutual understanding is the best. Dialogue, promoting dialogue, so that by the time we finish resolving the conflict, they will become friends again. Yeah, that's what we call dialogue. Adaptability, tailor communication approach to different audience and contents. So you cannot say this is our method of, yeah, this is our format. Try to understand, because more especially where you are in a diverse environment. Yeah, you must recognize that. Adaptability. Understand people's culture. Respect it. It's important. If you are giving, more especially, let's say in Nigeria, we have different ethnic group. Yeah. And we have different religion. Yeah. If you come all the time, you give, you recognize public holiday, call it bank holiday, for the Christians, and you don't recognize it for the Muslims, and all of them are in the same project, they are not going to be happy. Even if you are not a Muslim and you have them, recognize their special days, just like you recognize Christians' special days. Yeah. Some people, their accent, you won't understand their accent. They try to adapt, just like Indians. And the white people, when we talk, they struggle to, though yeah, we speak English, good English to us is good English, but due to our accent, it's very strong to them, they do not understand what we say. You know? That's why some of us, if we want to speak to white people here, we bend our tongue so that they can be able to understand what we're saying. Yeah. Documentation, maintain accurate, up-to-date documentation. That is part of communication. Communication is not just speaking Part of communication is documentation. Reports is still communication. So maintain good documentation, including project plan, status report, minutes meeting, and communication log. All these things are part of communication. Communication is not just cho. Reporting is part of it. Technology. Yes, for you to have a good communication, you must adopt technology, more especially in modern days. Yeah. You see, we have been having for almost 1 month, we'll have this, our bootcamp. Everybody has been happy. We are not struggling with communication. Everything is so easy for us because we apply different types of technology. All this technology you see here, the purpose is to make life easier for you. Now we are using video conferencing, tutoring you in lifetime. You are seeing me. I'm seeing you. We communicate through technology. Without technology, it's not going to be easy for us. For instance, if I decided that this boot camp is going to be in a cool hotel in Nigeria, and I flew down to Nigeria because of this. Some of you have to fly from Kaduna, some of you coming from Port Harcourt, from Enugu to lodge in a cool hotel for 4 months. How are you going to cope with the cost? Logistics. But this, everybody, you're in your room. All you need to try to avoid noise. And within 1 hour, all of us are happy. And we're achieving greater results just because of we're applying technology in our communication in this boot camp. It's good. Most of these technology are free. Some of them you can, like all these emails, they are free. Video conferencing, we have the free aspect of it goes a long way. So these are communication tools. You have to use them, communication tools. It's important. They call these technologies. Practical aspect of communication, stakeholder engagement, communicate projects, objective, progress, and outcome with the stakeholders regularly, solicit feedback, and address concern. Have we done project status reports? Have we had a class on project status reports?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So these are part of the things we are going to do. Communication. So this is a way you communicate to stakeholders. You should be having project status reports regularly, maybe once in a week, to communicate to stakeholders. Report what is going on. It's a regular thing you need to do. Every project manager must know how to write their reports, present your report to stakeholders every week, and then solicit their feedback. It's not negotiable. It's part of communication, team collaboration, foster communication channel among team members, encouraging information sharing, communication, and innovation. We've adopted WhatsApp. Everybody, before you know it, you see the way we share information, pam, pam, pam. Everybody is on the know of whatever the latest in this boot camp. That is communication, collaboration, conflict resolution. Don't, as the conflict is dropping, pick it up immediately and resolve it. And it must be mutually oriented, dialogue oriented. Change management, communicate changes to project scope. If there's any change, everybody must understand there is change. You must communicate it transparently so that I'm not, when both of us are in the same project and you find out that the project, the web designer or the UX US designer, US UI designer is coming to a business analyst to find out what is going on from business analyst. Did you know what happened today? I didn't understand this thing Mr. Chassis is going to do. Mr. Chassis is the project manager. But other team member, they have to go and be asking others understand what is going on in their project. It's because there is no transparent communication. People do not know what you are doing. It shouldn't be. People should understand what is going on from the project directly from you. That is the way it should be. So communication is a very key skill in project management. You must know how to communicate. Like I said, it's not just cha. It involves reporting and so many other things. Yeah. Then problem solving in project management. So once we're done with this, we are going to stop here for tonight. Problem solving. You must solve your problem. That is why you are there. Resolving conflict, solving problem in your project that you are leading is not, you are not waiting for anybody to come and do it. Yes, it's not even meant for team members to solve it. Is your core obligation. Is you don't have it's not negotiable. So problem solving is the process of analyzing issues, identifying solutions, and making decisions to overcome challenges encountered during the project execution. Anybody who is telling you that you are not going to encounter problems in your project does not like you. So, yeah, it doesn't like you because, as a matter of fact, you are there to encounter, there are so many of them. But what we're encouraging you is to learn how to solve problems decisively. So effective problem solving skills are essential for project managers to address obstacles, mitigate risk, and ensure project objectives. Key aspects of problem solving is analysis. Thoroughly analyze the root cause of every problem. Yeah, root cause. You must understand the root cause of every problem in your project. Issues encountered during the project execution, gathering relevant data and information to understand the scope and aspect of the problem. So, if you don't know how to apply root cause, it's going to be difficult because root cause is digging down. You keep on digging down to the bottom of every problem. Call it root cause analysis. And most of these are the best techniques for business analysts. Yes. Although we know business analysts, their main specialty is problem solving. But in the project that you are leading as a project manager, it's a responsibility to address problems in their project. Even if you cannot, you must include people like business analysts to help drive down to the root cause of every problem. Yeah. So you must be able to carry out a thorough analysis. Creativity generates innovative and creative solutions to address identified problems. Thinking out of the box and considering alternative approach or perspective. So in so many cases, that's where creativity comes in. You cannot, as a project manager, let me tell you, you cannot say, I don't know what to do. Never. I don't know. It's not here. You can never say that. As a matter of fact, for you, a project you are managing, you say you don't know what to do. It's a gross misconduct. You can, as a matter of fact, you are, if I'm the project program manager and you are coming to tell me you don't know what to do, of course, you are losing your job that day. What I want to say is, I want you to tell me what you've done ideas we've done and the one that maybe didn't work. As this one is not working, you must say, you must looking for another solution. Yeah, you cannot say you don't know. You must find something to do. Yeah, that's why we say thinking out of the box. Thinking out of the box means you need to go extra mile to find a solution. There is no problem that doesn't have a solution. Yeah. Yeah. Even death. When somebody dies, there's nothing you can do. The best solution is to give the person a burial, bury the person, and let the person rest in peace. So, yeah. Okay. Decision making. Make informed and timely decisions based on the analysis of available information and evaluate the potential solution, considering risk, benefit, and trade-offs. So you need to make decisions, informed decision, timely decision while solving problems. Because you do not have time. Why it should be timely is you know that the project itself is based on time. Project is not forever. You cannot try to take decision for the whole 1 month in a project of two months duration, and we are still thinking of what to do. You cannot do that. So it's important to make timely decision. When there is time to do some trade-offs, the trade-offs. What is trade-offs? Sacrifices. You need to make sacrifices. Comfort zones, trade-off comfort zones. You know? So that is it. In a project like this, and I said we should be able to finish this boot camp on time, and a trade-off can be, okay, we are going to be having training on Saturdays and Sundays as well. These are trade-offs. Maybe for me, it's not so comfortable for me to have trainings or project meetings on Sunday, but we have to do it. That's a trading off. Make sacrifices, you know, to achieve that project goal. Implement, execute and implement chosen solution effectively, monitoring progress and outcome to ensure successful solution of the problems. Yeah. Once there is a solution, move quickly to implement the solution to address the problem, and evaluate the effectiveness of the solution to make sure that the solution you are using to address the problem is working. Practical adaptability, risk management, identify and assess risk to project success, developing mitigation strategies and contingency plans to address potential issues proactively. Issue resolution, address issues or conflict that arises during the project's execution promptly and effectively, facilitate dialogue and collaborate among stakeholders to find mutually accepted ground or solution. Resource allocation, optimize their resources and allocate it to address resource constraints or bottlenecks. So, yeah, in project management, resources are not always enough. So that's where the optimization comes in. Manage it so that it will be enough. That is only optimization of resources. Yeah, and process improvement. Identifies areas of improvement or optimization within the project management process, implementing changes to enhance efficiency, effectiveness, and quality. So, as you are a project manager, you keep on researching on best ways that you can deliver this project. Yes. Don't say we are using Zoom and that is the final. If you find out that Microsoft or Google Team is now better than Zoom, you migrate so that it gives you the best. You are looking for best solution all the time. You can't say I'm sticking to this. No. If there is a solution you have been using or a tool you have been using, or you find out there is a technique you have been using, you and your team have been using all this while in this project, and it's no longer effective, drop it and get the better one. So project is continuous improvement. For you to continue to solve problems, continue to innovate technologies, all these technologies, that's why we say we are IT professionals, because we use technology to solve problems in our project, conquer challenges, obstacles. We use technology to do all those things. Now, the main technology on ground now is AI. As a project manager, try to understand how you can use AI to solve problems. It's very, very important. How you can use AI to automate workflows so that it makes work easy for you and your team. Removing all the bottleneck, bureaucracy, anything you can. That's why I say thinking out of box. Some people will say, I'm not going to use AI. They say that AI is not professional because they say, have you tried AI? Did you try to use it and it's not good? Or they said AI is not professional in project management. They say, and I cannot use it. You have to innovate. You have to think out of box. It's your duty to try things out, make research. If it's not working, good and fine. So that is it. So this is where we are going to stop of seeing how we can use leadership skills, how we can use communication skills, how we can use problem-solving skills. Putting all these things together is a skill set, is a soft skill you can put together to manage technology, to manage people in the project, to manage resources. It's a soft skill. It comes out of you. Yeah, so that's what it means, soft skills. You must have these qualities, these characteristics, these features as a project manager. It's not only about technology. You must know the technology, yes, good and fine. You must know the techniques, good and fine. You must know the processes, good and fine. You must know the methodologies, good and fine. But you yourself, you must have these skills. Building it in you. Some of these skills, technology might change, but that skills, that quality in you will help you to manipulate technologies, manipulate human beings, manipulate environments. That is what we call skills. Adaptability. You know, you see in England, English team, this World Cup they've been playing in America. And when it's time to play Mexico, they find out they have to travel to Mexico to play the Mexicans in Mexico. They've never played in Mexico. Mexico environment is different from United States of America environment. Most of the team players for the Mexican teams, most of them are local players who have been playing for Mexican league. They understand the environment very well. So what the English team do, Instead of them traveling the following day to go and play, they have to go like 1 week to stay, to acclimatize, adapt, try to learn a lot of things, spend time in those environments before the time comes. That is what a project manager should. Some people will just say, I don't have time, but this Mexican, let's just wait. Is it not 1 hour flight or 2 hours flight from America to Mexico? Let's just enjoy ourselves in America, Jerry. 2 days, we'll just pack our bag and fly down to Mexico. And the Mexicans will beat hell out of you guys. Yeah. They took time to go there and learn the tricks of the Mexicans. And that's why they were able to beat them. They learn Mexicans, they find out that Mexicans, they are very quick. Within 20 minutes, their mindset is to dominate you, to win you. Within 20 minutes, they beat hell out of you. And the English team, what did they do? They wanted to delay them. Within 20 minutes, Mexican try everything, all their gra. The English people will keep slowing them down. And after 20 minutes, the Mexicans started slowing down. And when they slow down, English, well, that's when the game starts. And you see English start scoring goals because these people are already down. So these are not what technology is going to do for you as a project manager. Yes. Is it the technology will tell you to go there and spend some time? I'm asking your class. Oh, it's not technology. So these are things, adaptability, and a lot of other things. These are soft skills you need to build up. So thank you. And we'll finish. It's not only this thread, there are some of them, but we can't need them. So we'll have adaptability in project management. We are going to have it in details, and we'll have time management as well. And yeah, these are the key. There are so many others, but these are the key aspects we are going to take time to deal with. So once you master all these 5 key soft skills, there's a lot of skills that build up within these 5 skills. If you master these 5 soft skills, then you should be able to manage any team, national team, local team, state team, whichever team they give you to manage. As long as it's a project team, you lick them like ice cream. If you have questions, you can fire a bullet. I'm ready. Okay. I'm going to take questions from the first 5 people, and after them, if you have any other question, you can drop it on the platform. So we have Purity. First question, please be fast because we already don't have time.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. So my question is, in decision making, the first part in decision making, you said that when a project manager delegates a task to a person and the person could not be able to carry out the task, the project manager can make a changes. Now, my question is, the changes now you're going to make, is it like leasing the person off from the duty or changing tasks to the person, giving the person another task to carry on?
Before the project manager assign, we have what we call recimetrics. Do you know what recimetric is?
Yes.
We assign recimetrics progressive metrics will hire you based on your skill sets. For instance, if we hired you as a business analyst, we know what a business analyst can do. So the project manager cannot come and sign a duty to you as a developer, yeah, while you are hired, we know we hired you as a business analyst. Within that business analyst responsibilities, tasks, and activities, and you are not performing, you can't do it, then what does that mean? We are conversing. You ask me a question and I'm answering, what does that mean?
That means the person is not capable of the duty.
Now, so we don't have time for incompetent people. A lot of people use lies to get a job, and if they can't deliver, you fire them. Simple as that.
Won't it cost the company, like when you've already
When it's obvious that you cannot do it, you know, when you perform two big errors, it means you cannot do it. It's obvious that somebody cannot do what the person. So when you fish out that somebody, there's some areas that you find out maybe somebody is struggling, maybe somebody, I've seen a situation where somebody is good and somebody dies. Somebody lost a loved one. In this situation, you can maybe find someone to support him. So it means that's why you need to have broad knowledge of dealing with issues. It's not adaptability, like we say adaptability. You understand the person, emotional intelligence, you understand the person. So the person has a record of performing, and all of a sudden, the person can no longer perform. You apply empathy to understand what the problem. The person could be passing through challenges. It could be a marital problem. The person could be facing divorce. The person might have lost a loved one, and you're affecting the person. You can support the person. That's clear. Another one is out of incompetency.
Okay.
That cannot be tolerated. When you are paying somebody as a business analyst, it's a 5 months contract, and you are paying the person, for instance, let's use UK market. You are paying the person £500 every day, and the person comes to learn. It's not allowed. So you cannot be paying person to come and be teaching person his work, or it's not allowed. So that's it. So if you find out that somebody cannot do a job, there is no spare. If the person is incompetent, you can't keep somebody who is incompetent in their project team. It's as simple as that. So you need to go look for another person to replace the person. But if the person having challenges, then that is understandable. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mary Ubawa, sorry. Mary Ubawa. Yeah, hope I got it.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you for the class. And I
Okay.
think you've answered one of the questions I actually wanted to ask.
Okay.
Like when a team member consistently misses deadline but has valid reasons, what are the best way to address the issue without without affecting team morale?
Yeah, like what I said, if somebody misses deadline, you apply root cause analysis to find out why the person is struggling. If you find out that the person is not qualified to be in that team, then you can sort it out with the HR. If you find out the person is having emotional or psychological issue, is a key player who all of a sudden started struggling because of maybe family issues or things like that, you find a way to support the person. Yeah. If it's a short project, you find out the person cannot cope. Yeah, you can find somebody to replace the person, even if it's a very good person and they cannot cope. Yes. That somebody has been doing well and all of a sudden a lot of mistakes everywhere, and they find out that the person is going through difficult time, then the person can be put suspended to go and deal with the issue and encourage. If the management at this point might need to involve the management to see if they need to be replaced or yeah, something like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. And sir, I also want to ask, during internships, I know you've had several ones. What are the common mistakes you've seen interns make, and with project management soft skills, and how can we avoid them?
The most mistake is a lack of seriousness.
Okay,
Because so many of you, they just want, because they feel that our internship here, we don't pay you for your is unpaid internship. Some people do not take it seriously. They just want that to appear in their certificate or in their CV that they did internship here. They thought they are doing it, but so many of you will go out there and start struggling. During the interview, that's where so many of you struggle during the interview. If you participated very well in your internship, package that experience very well, because it's always going to come out. They're always going to ask you during the interview. In a project you've been part of, give us a scenario where you are part of a project as a project manager. What did you do?
Okay.
Are you seeing it? So if you have not, yes, you've been part of this internship, but you didn't contribute to anything. You tell them, I'm there. Yes, I was the project manager in that that project where we delivered the CRM system for autonomous community. Yes. What did you do as a project manager? In this case, if you did not do anything, you want to lie. You see, that's where so many people started struggling. You want to, it's a big project. I'm curious. I want to understand. Yes, autonomous, yeah, it's a very beautiful project. I want to ask the hiring manager. It sounds beautiful to me. I want to know more. But you, because you didn't participate very well, you don't know what to say. And you are just, even if you want to lie, all you'll be saying, I did the stakeholder analysis, I did the racing metrics, all those things. You are kidding me. You are not telling me what I want to. I want to know how day-to-day activities, challenges you run into that problem, how people resolve the risk within that project. These are the things I want to see, I want to hear. But because we weren't active, we won't be able to say much. That's simple as that. So these are the mistakes. And some of you will come and tell me, I've been in this, I've been looking for a job. They call me interview, but they never get back to me after the interview because you didn't have anything to say during the interview. Even if your CV carried you along and help you to get to interview stage, you won't be able to say anything. You might see what we are doing here that is very small. It's not small. If you package it very well, learn what you did, participate very well, talk about it. Like now, so many of us who went to NYSC. How many of us went to NYSC here?
I did, sir.
Huh?
I did.
Okay. Tell us what happened in NYSC, in the NYSC camp. Can you tell them, when did you do your NYSC? When? Or are you still serving?
No, that was 2015, 2016. I think.
Okay. For
Yes,
me,
sir.
I did my own long ago. But everything we did in that camp, I still have it at the back of my head. You know that NYS is a big project, yeah?
Yes, sir.
You participated in that project very well.
According to my capacity.
Okay.
Yes, I was part of the band. I was part of a music band.
So what happened in that music band?
I was the saxophonist there. So we do practice, and then when it's time for us to play, we play in the morning, practice in the evening.
Is that so what happened in the band?
No,
In fact,
sir.
you give me details of what happened in the band.
Okay, we joined the drilling, and then when it's time for us to play, all those chant, is it the things we do play,
You
so we
see,
play it
for
at
me, you didn't
the
participate very well.
no, I did.
Maybe you
I
are part
did.
of, no. You are part of the band, but you aren't active. Maybe when others are doing all these things, you sneak out and be
No,
doing
I
something.
was the saxophonist there. I did sneak.
So if you are active like me, everything that happened in that NYC camp is at the back of my head. So that is what we mean by being part of a project. You don't need to write it down. That is how the hiring managers during the interview, that's how we sieve out the fake project manager or the fake applicant from the real applicant. If you see somebody who have been part of a project, as you are saying, the face is lighting up, the way he'll be telling you, be happy to talk about experience. At times they will talk and talk and talk because they have a lot to say. But if you did not participate, there is no way you can be part of that. Even the last exam we wrote when I was in University of Nigeria, our last paper, I can tell you how that last paper, because I was there. That particular day, on our last day, I can tell you everything because I was there. That is what we mean by being part of something, being part of a situation. They are going to tell you in a situation. Yeah. In a situation, which in our own, like in our last exam in UNED, immediately we finished that exam, one of us had a car, we entered car, we went to outside the campus, from Enugu, we went to Apapa to pick one of our friends. As we are coming back to UNED, police stopped us, and one of us who driving the car refused to stop, and the police wanted to fire at us. And when we get back to the campus, we started asking the guy, why didn't you stop? Police were stopping you. What if? The guy told me that. And that's when we realized that one of us is having a pistol, 25 rounds pistol. We didn't know. We didn't know that this guy is in that kind of situation. He's even in, and that's why all of us disappeared. That's where that we supposed to go, everybody, because for me, I spent so many years in the university. That last day, the next thing would have been that they caught us, they caught some cultists, and they fired or something like that. So it's something I can never forget. I can always tell, because I was part of the situation. It's a situation that happened. So something that is very important to you, like some of this internship, some of us, it was never important to some of us. Some of us in this boot camp, it's never important to them. They don't care. They are just here to build CV. They think, yeah. And after everything, we came here and we go back the way we were. But some of us, just the way everything Mr. Charles talk with, the way of, if they want to tell you a story about me, you'll be amazed how they describe everything that happened in this book. And such people, any slightest opportunity they get, they will go there and smash and they will get a job. You say, we came together, but this guy, well, you know, you just luck you. It's not about luck, it's about being serious. Since we finished our CV, some of you will never even touch that CV. Some of you have already started applying. Some of you will wake up when you find out that some of us have gotten a job. We joined here and they say they are paying her $500 every day or every week from one Canadian company. Everybody will start. You are kidding me. You never won that job. Those who won the job already getting job. Because you hear, hey, he's getting, you start. No, you are kidding me. If you are in that group, I'm not God, but you are not packaging yourself very well. You do not have a vision. Those who have a vision, they've already started applying for their first job. Some have even have been applying for second or third. Some even started going for interview. They will not tell you. All of you will come here and chat and laugh and start. The next thing is when they'll come for testimony or success story. You find out, and that's it. Some of you, it will change their life forever. They will start from there and they start rising. So,
These are my last question.
Okay.
Please, what's the most professional way to handle a situation whereby someone, a stakeholder is speaking with an intonation? Maybe the person is British, or let's say China, and you can't really understand the English. How do you handle that without causing offense?
You should find a way to understand that. If, like, for instance, is a Chinese, of course, as a Nigerian, we are managing projects, we have a lot of Chinese. Try to communicate more often through writing. Yeah, you have emails. Yeah, try to limit your oral communication. Communicate more through writing, and that, even if they are writing in China, there is always a translator. We use translator, understand. So you can be using translator if they are Chinese, and they will not stop you. I had a small girl who worked with a Japanese company and managed this company for a long time as a project manager and delivered. Yeah, there's translator. In my class here, during our masters, you see this girl, my very close friend. This girl is always, because she can't speak. She's from Romania. She can't speak English. She's struggling to speak English. So I do understand. So most of the things, even how I will write, I will give notes. But what she did, everything that comes, notes, you write, she translates everything. But when the result is coming out, this girl that can't speak English, all her result is A. She uses a translator. You know, she writes, what she does is, if you get she'll translate it to their language. She use their language to write, she then translate it back to English and go submit. And she's exceptionally so. Being able not to communicate or speak, you can't speak French, you have a lot of French. Yeah, there is translator. Communicate through text, not oral. Even if you throw oral, these days, AI can solve such problem where you communicate in your language, AI will translate it to whichever language. Yeah, so you can't say you, because of it's not, there is no barrier. Technology has solved all these problems.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Night.
Thank you,